Today we hear from Ezra that today is holy to the Lord, and that worship is really important, that we should not be sad when we worship the Lord, and that rejoicing in the Lord is our strength. Now, having been on both sides of the pew, a lot of times when we go to Mass, the homily's not so great, maybe the music isn't our taste, we wanted to have slept in, or we just don't feel like coming to church. Well, modern research shows that if you want to get better at making decisions and choosing well, you want to heal your prefrontal cortex. Most people have a forehead. I have a 5-head. And behind your forehead is the prefrontal cortex, which affects decision making, impulse control. Am I going to delay gratification? Am I going to choose well? And this can get out of shape and flabby because of stress, caffeine, lack of sleep, too much sugar, all these bad things. And they have found from research that meditation and focus strengthens the prefrontal cortex. So when we go to pray personally in our devotional life, and when we worship the Lord, we're actually healing our body. We're part of Christ's body as well, and each one of us has a part. Where's our part? This week we want to think about how our faith is in the living person who rose from the dead, who wants to heal us, and who wants to use us to bring joy to other people. But if we find worship hard, it's often even harder to try to explain the faith to other people. We live in a culture that likes science and facts and thinks that faith is superstitious. But our faith, according to Luke in the gospel today, is historical. Jesus really rose from the dead, or he didn't. This all falls apart. Jesus came to set us free. He lived in a concrete time, and he built up the church, founded the church to make us apostles in the future. Now that our time has come, maybe this week there's some things that we could look at. Are you in the habit of going to Mass, at least on Sundays? If you're not, can you find a way to make some time, either Saturday night or Sunday morning, to get to your local parish to worship the Lord? Are you used to praying? If it's hard to pray, you're in good company. The saints say prayer is a battle, but maybe you could carve out 5 or 10 minutes every day to meditate. Think about the fact that even though it's hard, it's healing your brain. And finally, have you really taken into account that our faith is based on history and facts? Jesus was a real person who actually rose from the dead. Are you aware that you can share that faith to other people? The more you wrestle with these questions, maybe this week think about them, you'll be able to bear witness to the people in your life as well. I always say never trust a skinny priest, so listen to me. Subscribe to 2 Minutes to Virtue this year.